How to configure NX monorepo with Shadcn UI components. So it's my first video at the channel. My English isn't very good, but I thought, why not? Why not to try? So maybe it will improve my language skill. So we will start from creating NX monorepo. In this tutorial, I use integrated repo architecture, right? But you can also choose other ways. So, for example, package-based repo. We copy that's command. Of course, we'll use latest version. Let's call it my project none integrated monorepo now, and it starts installing all dependencies. Next, we will go to our dir my project, and we must to install other package to have ability to init Next.js app. We can also search for commands at NX web page. npm install the NX next. I use npm, but on my daily basic I use pnpm, so you of course can choose other package manager. So we have NX next generator, so we will use it. NX generate not dit app web. We'll use CSS, of course, app router. So everything is installed. We can start our app typing nx serve and name of our app web. Copy and open. Our app is start and we can edit it. Stop this app and open Visual Studio Code. What's next? There are our Next.js app, but we don't have Tailwind, and we must install it. We can follow NX tutorial. Install all necessary dependencies for our Tailwind. Init Tailwind in our project, so we go to apps web and copy paste npx Tailwind init p. Our command create Tailwind config.js and post css config, and we must edit it. So we follow tutorial, copy this and paste to our post css config, and second config for our Tailwind config.js. Also replace. We also must to add this to the global CSS file. So copy, go to app global CSS, delete all of the content and paste our We can clear our project because we don't need some file like app page module and also clear that file. Or we can stay with class name. So next we must also add this line to NX project config. So we go to project JSON, search for build command target, and in the options paste it and fill with our name of Next.js app. So in our project is web. So now we will create a library with our React components. Of course, we can also follow NX tutorial, but we didn't use React version. We'll use Next.js. So go to a terminal and use NX CLI to generate that library. NX generate NX next library UI components. Yes. We'll use CSS. And we can see there are our library. So we can delete some files, all lib directory and server file, not rename, delete. Index also we clear and create new directory called components and file utils.ts. It's time to install Shadcn components, so we'll follow tutorial from official documentation. We must install some dependencies, but we must to return to root of our NX project, and in this place we will install this dependency and we will use New York style. So I need Radix UI React icons. We must edit some file, so we'll start with Tailwind config. We can copy all of them, go to the Tailwind config, paste at the bottom, and again. So this to the top, font also at the top, and dark mode. It can be useful. I always use it on my project. This line we can delete. Theme container, move to the theme, and all the extent move here. I comment font family because I prefer my OS, and plugin here. Rest we can delete. We must also configure our styles. So copy, go to the global CSS and paste here. We must also add something to our library. So go to the libs UI components and to the utils.ts file, back to tutorial, copy this and paste. And we must also add in the root of our project file called components.json. So create it. And paste some for configuration. So we will use New York style, and this is path to our Tailwind config from web app, and that two lines are important because they tell to our Shadcn CLI where they should put our components and how to use it. So this file component.json should be at the root, and we also must to create tsconfig. Without it, Shadcn CLIs don't work, and we must to paste path to our library. So let's go and install first component. Go to the Shadcn documentation and install drop-down menu. We go to the installation header and use CLI. Copy and at the root of our NX monorepo paste it. We must do that at this place because at that my project directory there are our components JSON, and Shadcn CLI use it. So our components are installed, and we can see it at components/UI. But I did a typo, so we can delete that directory and go to our first components. We must to change something. So that's helper we must import from our utils file. So change it to be imported from, and go to our utils.ts file without extension, and we can import components to our page. So go to Next.js page and copy this and paste here. But we also must to import, so this can be delete and import from, and we will import it from our library. But I forgot to export our components, so go to libs and to the index, and we must export our component. Export everything from components UI drop down menu. And all of our elements are available, and we can import all of them. And last, add some Tailwind classes to my components, and we can start Next.js app. So nx serve web. Go to the page. Here, refresh, and we have some problem. We must to define in our library that component is client side component. So go to the drop down menu and add this declaration. So next, refresh our app, and we got it. Shadcn with nx monorepo at Next.js app. So of course I have a better version, so you can go to my GitHub, go to repositories, and there is all of the code, and you can check readme, and there are tutorial step by step how to set up nx monorepo with Shadcn. So I encourage to use my ready solution. You can go to my GitHub and see it, and it's all. Of course, you can like, subscribe, and let me know what I can do better next time. Bye.